Yo, what's up, people? Good morning. Good morning. Oi, oi, oi. How's everyone doing? Sorry I'm so late. Let people stroll on in here. Oi, good morning, everyone. Here for the bed at, huh? No school again today. So no bus stop live. Crazy, but anyway, let people come on in here. No school. Fucking 2.5 feet of snow, dude. It's crazy. It just kept snowing yesterday, too. It's like, give me a break. You know? Give me one moment while I set this shit up. It's been one of those mornings. So I had a, hold on. What's happening? I had a free TV. I love it. Yeah, I had a home inspection today. So I had to go do that. So I'm getting out of here. I'm moving soon. I don't know when. Probably the next couple months. It's going to be dope. I don't want to rent anymore. I want to be a homeowner. You know? 3 more days. Welcome, everybody, to the Bus Stop Live Check-In. So I try to do this every morning at the kids' bus stop ever since I got arrested at my kids' bus stop, October 11th, 2023, by Brian Tully in the State Police Fugitive Unit, right? In case they try to do it again, we want to, get them on tape or whatever. But, man, I got to put some goddamn it's kind of turned into a tradition, and we start the day, and, there is no bus stop today, but yet we're still out here, right? So, still kicking it because it's a good way to start the day and get the ball rolling. But give me 1 second. I haven't had coffee yet. When I don't have coffee yet, dude, I'm just not the same person. Give me 1 sec. I'll make coffee for you guys. So, yeah, today is Tuesday, so that means, you know what that means, 3 more days until motion to recuse specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove. Got to go. As you guys know, conflict with Gatuni. All right. She's suing him. She's a witness in my case. She's a witness for us. She's a witness for them. She's a witness for everything. So that needs to be. Hold on. And it doesn't matter if they don't like your testimony. She's got a lot of good, important shit. Even if it's like not important, like they get to decide. Let a jury decide if it's important. She's a witness either way. He can't cross-examine her. He cannot cross-examine her. Him trying to smear her at all is an example of why he can't be the prosecutor on this case, because it's in his interest to smear her, right? Like, he's being sued by her. It's his job. Like, it's in his best interest to make her look not credible, right? So that's what he's going to use this trial to do. He can't cross-examine her. He can't, because you have to assume everything he's saying is in his own self-interest, not in the interest of justice for any of these fake imaginary victims of witness intimidation. All right, it's just silly. Carrie Lama shared a post yesterday showing what they call witness intimidation. And it's like, bro, none of this is even close to witness intimidation. None of this. None of it. It's ridiculous. Don't be silly. All right. So let me get set up here 1 second. I'm going to go on my computer and do this easier. Okay. 1 sec. One sec. Turtle chat. Pin. All right, we're good. All right. Let's jump in here. All right. Got it. Close. Yeah, get rid of this one. Get out of there. There we go. We're good. Go away. All right, we're good. All right. So anyway, what's up, everybody? You seem to be really dipping in views. Oh yeah, we're really struggling over here. Really struggling, right? Really struggling. I mean, I got how many people watching me get humped by a dog the other day? You know, we turn on in the morning, we get 2,000 people sometimes, whatever. Yeah, free J bro. That's all I got to say. All right, cool. So welcome, guys. Yeah, so I got 3 more days till that. Hope to see some of you guys there. I think you got to take the commuter rail in. It's at 9. Is it 9 or 9:30? I should probably know this. I'm getting a hotel the night before. Let me search 9:30. What comes up? January 30th, 9:30. Okay, January 30th at 9:30. So in Boston. So there you go. Will your new house be close to your kids? Yeah, well, the kids will live there sometimes. You know, it's like a couple nights a week. That's the whole plan. Then like here, it's like they share a room and they have bunk beds, so it's not cool. They're like too old for that. So, you know, one's a boy. They don't like changing in front of each other now. They just want privacy. So it's just not conducive for that. So, yeah, it's about 3 miles from their mother's house, and you know, not gonna say too much else. So that's the radius right there. People will start figuring that out. But yeah, 9:30. So hope to see some of you people there. Will you still be doing the bus stop live though on the day of the hearing? I don't know. I don't know. Probably. Has JB won a Pulitzer? Not yet, but the day is young. Oh, thank you for gifting a membership there at Mistake. Nice to see that. Love it. Protesters may be an issue. We don't really protest. We just support. You know, it's a support group. People show up. Who is this Jabril guy? People are saying he's the next Tom Brokaw. I mean, that's insulting to Jabril. I mean, Tom Brokaw wishes. That's all I got to say about that. You've never heard of him? Open your eyes, you know, read a book. That's what I got to say about that. Am I nervous for Friday? No, I don't get nervous. I make people nervous because the facts are on our side, and I'm interested. I'm really interested to see what happens. That's what I got to say about that. Cool it with the coffee maker. You're being so aggressive. Why is the coffee maker loud? My bad. Do I know how many are allowed in the courtroom? That's a good question. I have no idea. When charges are dropped, are you allowed to share discovery? We don't know yet. I'm not sharing any discovery, but it's all going to get leaked anyway because, as you guys know, I have a somebody who you all know, she who shall not be named, has all of my documents impounded otherwise because she worked on my legal defense team and basically acted as a de facto secretary and organized everything and put things into folders and just held on to everything and helped out. And so she has everything and she's probably just going to leak it. So you're going to see it one way or the other, I'm sure. Against my will or, you know, with my will, but probably against. Yes, the new home is dope, man. I can't wait, dude. Okay, no, after the fact, assuming the charges go away. Forget the fucking question. God damn it. I have not had any coffee yet. I'm just not the same way. I know it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm ready to go. But that girl's place is way cuter. This is not her place. This is my place. This is where, like, the place I'm renting. It's where I like live streaming from and stuff. You're allowed to stand outside and attend court proceedings, even at Suffolk Superior. And I'm told Suffolk Superior is not on like a street. Like you can't drive by it. It's like a walking thing, like behind City Hall. I don't know. I've never been. I don't know how many people are allowed in the courtroom. I'll try to find out. Well, she's not. Jay Brillepad freed Kelsey. Not yet. He's working on it. Not yet. Oh, I think Kazi G Man bus stop lives from your new home once you move there. So I'll still be going to get the kids on the bus Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like if they sleep over house on school nights. Yeah, I'd probably just start the bus stop live after I drop them off at school. I guess that would be like 8:45. When you move, do you hire movers? I mean, I probably gonna hire movers. You know, I mean, I could get some friends to do it, help out, but whatever. That is an AJ quote. That's right. They're talking about ICE protests on Friday. Really? Are those scheduled at the same time? Am I hearing? I haven't been paying attention. Yeah, you guys keep asking about the courtroom Friday. I hope so. I don't see why you wouldn't be allowed in. Wait, there will be an anti-ICE protest by the court, supposedly. I had no idea that was happening. Why at Suffolk Superior Court? And thank you, Lieutenant Detective Tully for gifting 5 memberships. It's very gracious of you. If anyone else wants their messages read, you can click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy. We can do it that way. All right. Hold on. Okay. All right. How long is the hearing? Probably be like an hour, like I would guess an hour, but we'll see. Did KP have court today? I believe so. I'm not entirely sure. Will you still do the bus stop live after the charges are dismissed? Probably. I mean, why not? You know? No, we're not going to stream the next Wilbur. I'm sorry, chat rat angel baby. Sorry about that. But he is the most interesting man in the world. I do not understand why you cannot place an order to where. What are we talking about? How it would be legal for her to do that? Well, I don't know. It's gray area, I guess. I don't know. Like she worked on my legal defense team. I gave them to her. I don't know what she's legally bound to do. She seems to think the order only applies to her. I don't know. I'm not saying anything about her until after this is done, because this is a real big week for me, and I need to be focused. And they're going to try hard this week. You better believe they are going to try hard this week to distract me. And like, that's all they can do. And they will bring up heinous, disgusting things. My children, ex-wife, like there is no limit to what, there's no bottom with people like this. But what they don't understand is I've been down this road before. You're not going to stop me. This is not going to happen. I'm too focused. I'm too, not distracted. And you will not defeat me. If you think you're going to stop me, that's not going to happen. I don't care if you're emailing random people trying to get me jammed up on charges. I don't care. Like, it's not going to work. You're not going to do it. Okay. Krusty's been doing this for years. Hasn't worked for her. It's not going to work for you. You're just the new Krusty. That's all you are. Okay. Be right back. I'm going to get my coffee real quick. Hold on. All right, we're good. We're good. We're back. All right. All right. All right. So, what are people saying? Your coffee's almost done. Yeah, final. Dude, when it first hits your lips, man, it's like, ooh. That's what I'm talking about. All right. I'm not stressed at all. I'm good. I'm completely good. You cannot stress me out. I've been through too much already, man. I'm going to win. You know why I'm not stressed? Because you people. Every time I turn on the internet, I'm fucking loved and supported. And there's just, I realize there's so many people behind me, thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are behind me. And it's like, there's nothing I'll never be alone. I'll never there will always be a support system behind me that has my back and is not going to let me lose. That's the thing about it. You guys aren't going to let that happen. All right. Cool sweatshirt. Thank you. Yeah, I got it. But the thing about these sweatshirts, and I'm not trying to dog my own brand, but the string comes out. I'm like, I don't like when the string comes out because then you got to put it back in. It's annoying. Higher movers, 100%. Jay Brill used pepper spray to season his steak. Okay. Easy with the Jay Brill jokes. Thank you very much. Yes, you did, Laura. I appreciate that. Thing about it is I don't really own that much in this house because the house I'm renting right now came like fully furnished, bed included. So I'm like, I got to furnish everything in the new house. I just got to buy new shit, whatever. The only thing that sucks is it's a nice house, but there's no AC, no central air. So I'm big. I love central air. I love air conditioning. Love it. So we got to figure that out, but you can survive without central air. Will we ever see Jen's texts and emails? That's up to the individual that is leaking them all. I hope not, because those are impounded documents. All right. Or you could be moved daddy. It could be. Yeah, that's true. Oh, thank you for the membership. Oh, Felicia got a membership. Nice. Okay. I'm going through. It's all J Brill jokes. It's not a joke to me. Are those hoodies still in the store? They are. I love the hoodie. I love the color. I like this, the thing most pants you own are like either black or navy, in the winter. So I like to have a not navy top, By the way, 12 more days. 12 more days until the next Super Bowl victory for the Patriots. 12 more days. It's gonna be dope. Okay. Does drama free end when the charges drop? Yeah. I mean, I'm not like I will go at people. Like people don't forget. Like so, something popped up on my timeline yesterday. I'm like, my bread and butter for those of you guys who are new here is ratchets. I mean, I do a lot of investigative journalism. I also do a lot of ratchet shaming, old school ratchet shaming. Because when I see shitty behavior, man, I just call it out, especially when it involves kids. That's always like a thing of mine, right? People that do fucked up shit to kids just really pisses me off. And so I'm like, yesterday, a video came across my timeline of a woman, and, maybe I have it here. Let's see. Okay, so Valerie shared some video on her timeline, and I'd never and I clicked on it. I'm like, I had no idea who this person was, no clue. Okay, so I want to play. So this was played on my timeline. I'll play this for you. I did not know who this individual was or
on today. Hi, I'm Haley. Today's August 21st. This is Quinny, and that's the wall she colored on today. I'm a real person. I've got a filter on my face because I look like an asshole. Been sick. I really don't know what else to say aside from fuck you, Christy, you weird fucking bitch.
Fuck you, Christy, you weird fucking
child.
bitch.
What's my name?
Other child.
Yeah, I mean, so fuck off. Suck my balls. Leave me the fuck alone. You
fuck off. Suck my balls. Leave me alone.
You weird cunt. That's a bad word. Don't say it.
It's about okay. So that's one thing to speak like that on my show, because there's no kids on my show. Kids should not be watching my show. Right? This is an adult themed show. Right? Hate to say it. And so you saw that, and you're like, well, that's ratchet behavior. That's the kind of stuff that I used to call out. That's not I saw that, and I'm like, what is that? That's disgusting. Okay, who talks like that? like around kids. I had no idea who this person was. None. It's just a video that showed up in my timeline. And I was like reminded of that. This is how I, became Turtleboy is exposing people like that. Cause it's disgusting. It is disgusting and gross. I mean, just look at this person. Right. And like, all I could think of, it's like, I mean, just look at her. Looks, she hasn't showered her hair, and then there's a kid in the video over and over again, and they want attention, and this is what their mother's doing. It was just gross, man, gross. And so I commented, right? And what did I say? So I'm like, okay. So I said, good Lord, who is this person and why is there a child in the video? And has DCF been notified? Like, that's my first reaction to seeing that video, right? It's like, who is this person? I don't know who this is, but I follow Valerie. So like it pops up on my timeline and I was just and I clicked on it and I'm like, what? Like it brought me back to the old Turtleboy days of like, this is people like this need to be publicly shamed. It's disgusting. And I said, who is this person? Because I don't know who they are. Why is there a child in the video? Because I don't understand why there's a child in the video when she's talking like that. And has DCF been notified? That was not a call. Like people like you should not be alarming. You should not be doing fake DCF calls. I didn't do a fake DCF call. I asked, has DCF been notified? Because what I'm seeing in there is shitty parenting. Calling DCF on people is not a crime. Okay. DCF literally exists to protect children. That's their whole purpose. And when you see something, you say something. And what I saw in that brief video is a mother, apparently, I guess, I don't know. Again, I have questions. I don't even know. Maybe it's their nephew or niece. I don't know. And using their kid like that. And they're talking about the kid is writing on the walls. Like what? So I'm like, I'm going to call out behavior like this. That is disgusting, ratchet behavior. And I don't even know who this is. I have no idea who this is. Okay. Don't follow any of this shit. I don't do online. I don't know who any of these people are. As it turns out, it's somebody named Haley from like Washington State or something. And apparently she's like involved in online drama. Again, I don't know. I just see disgusting behavior and I'm like, that's gross. I don't care who that is. I don't care what. That could have been one of my supporters. I see somebody talking like that. I'm going to say something. That's disgusting. That is not a mother. That is a sperm receptacle that fired out a crotch fruit from her stench trench, right? And films. All I could think about when I saw that video was, how much is this costing the taxpayers? That's all I could think of. How much is this costing the taxpayers? Like, that's all I could think. And I'm also thinking, like, as a teacher, like, kids are, like, this is why this country has low test scores. This is why kids have no respect for adults, because they go into school and this is the circus that they're living in at home. And then they come into school and they speak to their teachers like that because it's what they grew up around. I mean, this is why we have cycles of generational poverty, right? Because of this. This is disgusting. And you can miss me with that if you think that this is anything close to normal parenting. It is gross. It is disgusting. Anyone who puts their children in a video like that, where they're swearing at others, and then I don't even know how it got on the internet, send it to someone, post it. I don't care. You take a video like that with your children, you're fucking gross. You're disgusting. You're a pig. Right? I don't know who this person is, but apparently it's somebody you're not allowed to criticize. That's what I found out. It's somebody that you're not allowed to criticize because, so she goes, this person, Nicole Caprino, I believe is her name. She goes by Obach. I think I called her something called Obach during my presentation. And I actually sent her a message a week or so ago, apologizing for that, because I'm trying to be like, you know what? That wasn't cool. She has a name. I should call her what her name is, right? I apologize. I didn't mean to dehumanize you with that. And I felt bad for it. You know what I mean? So I did reach out to her and say that. And she has not returned my call, but she apparently got very mad about this because she said, fuck off with that bullshit. And I'm like, do you think that is an appropriate way to speak around small children? So that's a yes or no question that she couldn't answer. Instead of answering, she simply said, you think cussing around kids is DCF worthy? That wasn't the question. The question is, do you believe this is an appropriate way to speak around small children? And do I think that is DCF worthy? I didn't say that. I said, has anyone called DCF? Okay. And quite frankly, I do wonder about what her living, maybe DCF is involved in the life already. I don't know, but that is ratchet behavior, ratchet. And if I was president, people like that wouldn't have their kids. Nope, we're taking your kids. We're going to find a nice gay couple that can't, or a nice, heterosexual couple that can't reproduce. They're infertile. And there's a long line of them, people that want to adopt, great parents, great people that will raise great kids. And we're just going to take them from you. That if I was the president, that's what we do. We're just taking your kids, and it's fine. Like if you do stuff like that, you don't get kids. Kids are a privilege. Okay, you do that, they're gone. We're taking your kids. We're putting them in a nice gay family. All right, and they're going to raise them, and they're going to be better off. Okay, and they will be respectful, and they will be learned, and they will read books, and they will be cultured, and they will be all sorts of things. Okay. And guess what? The country will be a better place because of it. The country will be a better place because of it. And so I don't think that's a bad, like, you think that's normal? And she goes, you think this is DCF? And I said, yes. If the person I saw in that video is actually a mother and those are her children, they are better off being raised by wolves. The kid in the Jungle Book had a better chance at success in life. You have to be trash to think that's normal. Because all I could think of was the kids. I'm like, you grow up in a home like that. What are your chances of success in life are drastically reduced because of your parents, and that's not fair because we're all born equal. And it's really not fair that kids that are born into homes like this, the chances for them, like ever going to college, being successful, staying out of jail, living to see 75, a lot of shit, right? Drastically decreases. And so that's what pisses me off, because the kids didn't ask to be born into a home like this, right? The kids didn't ask to be, born into a home like this. So I see that and I'm like, and so this is not drama. This is not even Karen Reed related. This is what I used to do. Okay. This is how I built my brand, is calling out shitty behavior like this, because like kids deserve better than this. I'm sorry. Kids deserve better than this. And I said, the kid in the Jungle Book had a better chance of life. And then she says, the person you are defending. I don't know who I'm defending here. Can anyone explain who I'm defending? I'm not sure who I'm defending. Maybe Nicole or Nikki can explain this to me. She says, the person you are defending had literal documented rodents, raising hers. So why not wolves? What? Who am I defending and who was raised by rodents? What? Every mother defending you in this thread has a criminal record, and you're calling everyone but them trash, unserious. Yeah, show me a video of them doing this, and then I will comment on that. So it's like notice she can't defend this behavior. Notice she can't defend it because it's indefensible, and she knows it, right? It's indefensible behavior. I don't care. And so what else did I say about this, So I didn't even do this in defense of Val or anything like that, I'm just like, I was disgusted by that, what else did I say? Anything? Yeah. Somebody said to me, and this guy is whoever this guy is, he's a good supporter over the years, but he's like, maybe investigate the chain of custody for that video before you make this call to action post. There's no call to action. To be clear, I never once had any sort of call to action. And they said it was sent to Christy Citroni privately after Christy decided Haley wasn't a real person. I don't know. I didn't know who Haley was when I was watching this. I'm like, apparently this is somebody I have blocked, which means that they probably annoyed me. Yeah, I usually block people that just annoy me. I've blocked hundreds, if not thousands of people. And so I assume she's just somebody I blocked. Okay. But I saw the video because I haven't blocked Valerie, and that showed up on my feed. And so I didn't know who this was. I don't know who Haley is. I don't care. That's the thing. I don't care. I don't follow this shit. I don't know all the knee-jerk drama online. I don't have time for this shit. I have real problems. You know what I mean? I don't care. Some people do. So everybody's knows the whole backstory here. It was sent to Christy Citroni privately after Christy decided Haley wasn't a real person. It already made the rounds. You're late. Don't care. Still disgusted. I don't care if that video is a month old, 2 months old, 3 months old. It's disgusting today. I'm disgusted by it. And I don't care how it got out there. It's disgusting. I said, I don't care I don't care about any of that. The fact that anyone speaks this way around small children is alarming and something I will always call out. Disgusting behavior, and anyone making excuses for it is equally disgusting. And so this guy, Anonymous Book Mouse, who again, I've had pleasant conversations with him before. He seems, or her, him, whatever, seems to have a good head on their shoulders. But they say, you mean like Christy Citroni has actual police reports regarding? I don't care about Christy Citroni. I don't. This has nothing to do with her. Like, why are you bringing her up? This is not a defense of her. Like, what? But Christy still chose to share this video. She didn't share it. Valerie shared it. And apparently that raccoon lady, the crazy raccoon lady, is the one that posted it. Like, her Twitter is on it. You know what I mean? So it says, actual one with unredacted minors in it with potential predators. Are you going to call her out for that too, or dance around it? Enough of the whataboutism. That's what I don't like, the whataboutism. So I see somebody acting inappropriately on a video I see on Twitter, and I call her out for it. Are you going to call this person out too? I'll call out whoever. I'll call people out when I get around to it. When I see a fucking video of shitty behavior, I call it out. Just because you call out shitty behavior in one person does not mean you are required to call out shitty behavior for the rest of the 7 billion people on earth. That is not how this works. That is not how this works. I call out shitty behavior when I see it, period. Okay? That's it. I mean, and it's notice that none of these people can make an excuse for it about what is actually happening in there. You going to call her out for that too, or dance around it? I don't know anything about that because I am not knee deep in drama. Haley has said some bad words in a private message to someone who is tormenting her, and Christy chose to share it with potential predators. No, the problem isn't that she said it in private. The problem is that she said it around her children. That's the problem. Anyone who speaks like that around their children is the problem. That's it. Okay? And by the way, if he's saying I sent it to Christy, she said some bad words in private messages to someone who was tormenting her, and Christy chose to share it. Yeah. Why are you sending a video out of you swearing like that around your kids? Okay. And I think she says in the video that this is for Christy. Have you met or heard of Christy Citroni online? I've texted her occasionally here and there, right? I understand that when I send Christy Citroni a text message or respond to her on social media, I assume it's getting screenshotted and posting it online, because that's what she does. Okay. And I'm not mad at her for it, but like, I'd be naive to think that like I can message her and this is just going to remain private forever. It's just, you've seen it a million times. That's not how it works. Okay. So if you send this video of you swearing like that, like a trucker in front of your kids to Christy Citroni, I got bad news for you. That's getting shared. Okay. That's how it works. Right. That's how, when you get involved in internet drama, people, that's what they do. That's what they do. It's like, and I'm not mad at Christy for that, but that's who she is. Okay. She's a screenshotter, right? It's happened a million times. That's why I understand. And you should all think of that in general when you share shit, right? Assume it's getting screenshotted. You know, there's some people you might be able to trust, but just assume everything's getting screenshotted and don't say anything that you would, whatever, So there you go. Because these people love this shit. So I said, like I said, this person says, like I said, it's already circulated and everyone agrees she shouldn't have said those things. Exactly. In front of her kids. There you go. I don't care, but it's my first time seeing it. So I have a right to react to it. But it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not DCF worthy. Okay. We can agree to disagree on that. Okay. That's it. We can agree to disagree on that. Maybe not. Maybe she's a wonderful mother. And maybe she has many leather-bound books in her house. And she works 40-something hours a week and has a great job and works hard and showers and bathes, and feeds them and isn't collecting from the government. Maybe I have this completely all wrong. Okay. But based off of that video, I found that disturbing and I called it out, period. All right. So I don't know the whole story. I just saw a video and had a visceral reaction to it. Okay. That's it. And then I go, again, I have no idea who the Fupa Sloth in this video is. And I don't know the history, and this is not an endorsement of anything that led up to the production of this video, but all I can think of when I watch that video is how much is this person costing the taxpayers to subsidize her pajama-clad lifestyle? She's talking about her kids writing on the walls. She looks like she hasn't showered in days, and she's filming herself and swearing like a trucker as she makes her children content for some sort of internet beef. This is why we have cycles of generational poverty in this country. This is why we have low test scores. This is why we have students in our schools who think it's okay to swear at teachers, because it's what they witness at home. Long before Karen Reed, this is how I built my brand, by calling out gutter Muppets like this for horrid behavior. That's it. That's it. Okay? So I don't know all the details. The rest of the internet knows the details of this shit. Okay? They do. I don't. I don't know any of this. Right? So I don't pay. No, this guy's not bad. So I don't, want to find out. I just saw shitty behavior and I called it out, and I'm not going to apologize for that. Anyway, what else? Yeah. So that's what I was dealing with, the drama last night. And that's just what I do. And I call out shitty behavior like that. So you don't like it, don't act like that. I don't know what to tell you. All right, cool. Let me see if there's any turtle chats here. I don't want to miss anyone if we have some. All right. I'm not sure if this was sent. This was July 26th, January 26th, but it said there's $25 from Lisa. It says, "Hey, Dr. Turtleboy, have you listened to my song yet? Blow It Wide Open that I emailed you. Love what you do." I'll check it out. I'm not sure if I have. I'll check it out. Linda sends $5, goes, "Congrats on your new home, Doc. Are your kids excited?" That's amazing. They're very excited. They're very, very, very excited. And as am I, to be an owner. Tonight, by the way, so there's a woman by the name of Monica Cannon Grant. She's like my white whale, except she would call that racist if I said that. She is, before Karen Reed, I don't know if I'd say she was my biggest story. Physically, she is, because she's a house. But she was somebody who I exposed for years. It took like 3 or 4 years of exposing her grift. Okay. And I knew she was full of shit. And what the media did with this woman, so she's a black woman living in Roxbury. And she was kind of like the de facto face of Black Lives Matter Boston. She led like a gigantic protest after George Floyd was killed. She was heralded in the media as some sort of hero. The Boston Celtics did a big thing on her. And like they said she's like a hero among us. All the Bruins hired her to go in front of the State House and wave a flag around. And she was like the face. She was like the Boston Martin Luther King. Like that's how she was paraded around. And she was disgusting, and she was vile, and she was a pig. And she was also openly racist, not only towards white people, but black people too, who dared disagree with her, especially my friend, Rayla Campbell, a black woman who was running for Congress against Ayanna Pressley. Realistically, she had no shot at winning because Rayla is a Republican, and Ayanna Pressley's congressional district is one of the most left-leaning in the country, by far in the state. So she had no chance of winning. But it was nice to run. You know what I mean? It's good that people run and they challenge them and they keep them honest or whatever. But she put out this video in 2020 that is one of the most heinous things you've ever heard, calling Rayla Campbell all sorts of derogatory thing, accusing her of, and we're going to play some of the videos tonight, okay? Because after I started writing about her, I also did a deep dive into her nonprofit, Violence in Boston, and which appeared to be a cash cow. And I was adding up all the donations that they were getting, and it was millions of dollars. And the money that was being paid out was not equal. Like nothing made sense. And because you can just research this shit. And I'm good. I was really good at researching nonprofit fraud. That was one of my expertise. And so I just knew but nothing came of it. And I'm like, Jesus, this woman just gets away with this. Then one day, Monica Cannon Grant was live streaming at her new home in Taunton that she bought with the grift money. And all of a sudden, the feds just burst into her house. And it was like on a live stream. And it was crazy. And the feds come in there and they take her phone. And it's like, it was awesome. Hold on. Yeah, I did. So yeah, the feds just kind of busted into the house, and I showed up to do protests against Monica too. Like I showed up and again, this is before protesting was illegal, picketing was illegal, and getting people's faces was illegal. We went to the opening of her nonprofit center in late 2020. We call ourselves the Turtleboy 6. It was me, Rayla, Dump Truck's mother, and 2 other people. Tony Fed was one of them, who's like the big, he got in my face outside of court with the Karen Reed stuff. Anyway, we protested Monica Cannon Grant, and like some thugs showed up, and like one of them like kind of looked like he was like suggesting he had a gun and shit like that. Like it was crazy. And I had a megaphone out there, and we were just giving it to her. You know what I mean? And anyway, long story short, the feds raided her house in 2021, and they arrested her husband, Clark, who died in a motorcycle accident in 2023. So he's not, being charged anymore because he's dead. And so they arrested him for his involvement in the nonprofit fraud, but then they ended up getting her a few months later too. Okay. And so Monica Cannon Grant, I mean, she was facing a lot of prison time, but they're only recommending, the feds got her. They're only recommending 1.5 years. She pled guilty. She swore she would never plead guilty, that she was innocent. And then she fucking pled guilty the day of the Wilbur show. That's when I found out. And I haven't really had time. So she's going down. She's being sentenced on the 29th, which is Thursday. And I'm going to go to that. So we're going to have a Monica Cannon Grant refresher tonight on the live show. That's what we're going to do. And to see that, like, Karen Reed is not my first big story. Okay. I've had many before that, and no one did I work harder to take down than Monica Cannon Grant. Okay. And the feds read my stuff. You can believe it or not. Look about that guy. What was that guy's name? The January 6th guy. The guy that owned that Fall River store or whatever. He raided the Capitol. I wrote about him. He posted a video of himself throwing like a freaking smoke bomb into the Capitol on January 6th. I'm like, look at this idiot, And I'm not like I'm not one of these people that thinks January 6th is the fucking Pearl Harbor or anything like that. Like it's not the end of the world. Like nobody died, except Ashley Babbitt, like nobody died at the Capitol. Like it wasn't like an armed fucking insurrection where it's not the fucking Alamo. All right. And anyway, so I'm not like wicked, like one of those people that was like looking for January 6 people and like they all need to be held accountable. But this idiot posted, I'm anti-stupid. That's what I am. I'm anti-stupid. So this one guy posted a video of himself throwing some sort of smoke grenade like into the Capitol. And I'm like, so I wrote about him. I'm like, look at this idiot. Anyway, he ended up getting arrested by the feds. And in his indictment, my article is listed as the source. So they do, like, the feds read my shit. According to Plevin, I don't know how legit this is, but they've said it enough times that I do believe it's true, that witnesses at the federal grand jury in the Karen Reed case, the John O'Keefe case, rather, were asked questions, and there was pictures, I guess, of my articles on some sort of big screen. This is what they say. This is what Plevin says. These are sealed, so I have no idea if this happened or not, but he has direct communications, of course, with the McAlberts, and this is what they're telling him, and I have no reason not to believe that. I do believe that's true, which is very cool also, because it legitimizes me. They try to be like, oh, look at this. This is bad. He's using, bro, if the federal government is using my work, my journalism, inside a grand jury deliberation to try to indict people on their involvement in a cover-up of murder, I'd say I've made it in life as a journalist. I don't think I'm a silly blogger anymore. You know what I mean? So, okay. Anyway, that's that. Let me see what else we have here for donos, if we have any. Brittany sends $10, goes, hi, Turtleboy, don't read out loud. Okay. I got it. Thanks, Brittany. I appreciate that. See if we have any more here. All right, we have a couple more. We have Carrie Lee Brack sends $25. Thanks, Carrie, and says, Fupasla's husband left her for a man. I mean, it might be an upgrade based on what I've seen. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, thank you. Mike Cryford sends 5 smackaroos and has the comment as follows. Can you organize a standout for the 19 felony witness intimidation charges for Tortoiseboy Jabril, Kevy Buzzcuts and the young Cryford got strung up on when they were freeing Karen Reed. Did they get? Yeah, and I know it was really close. I know the government was really coming after them. I mean, especially J-Bro. And so we got the men. Okay, good. We can finally celebrate this. So this forensic team people, these idiots, the foreskins, they are, they do a show where they interviewed like Kerry Roberts and other idiots. And it's fun to mock them, right? To play some of their content and mock them and laugh at them for it. Well, we've had 2 shows taken down in which we do that because they are abusing this copyright thing because everybody's using their content and mocking them. It's called fair use. They're allowed to do that. So they are blatantly abusing this. And so that episode where Melanie Little came on and her and I watched the Kerry Roberts thing together, that was a big episode. And it was taken down for a bit because they filed a copyright. But as it turns out, there is no copyright on that. You are allowed to use that. So they seem to think that's a big deal, but it's not. It's not. Okay. Broken Baker Guide is back up too. Good. Everyone's going to get theirs back. Hopefully they get theirs taken down because that's abuse of the system. This is not how YouTube works. We are allowed to comment on each other's. You are allowed to play clips of your presentations, pause it, comment on it. That's what it's called. Fair use. Fair use, folks. How much snow did we all get? About 2.5 feet. Okay, we got you, Aiden. Thank you so much, Sarah. Always hire movers. Yes. Especially if you don't have a lot. Oh, especially if you do. Okay. Transformative content. Exactly. That's the rule there, Steve. I appreciate that, pal. I appreciate that. Let me see if we have any cash apps. I got to start getting back to work here. No, I don't think we do. Okay, cool. J-Bro Strong. Make sure we don't have any more turtle chats here. I don't want to miss anyone. All right, we're good there. Yeah, I mean, the guilty Karen Reed they're sad and they're also like outdated. Like there's all this beef between Karen Reed supporters now, which is stupid. But every once in a while, an anti shows up in there because they've kind of the pro Karen Reed people who don't like me have aligned themselves with the anti Karen Reed people because water under the bridge, sure, you guys tried to put an innocent woman in jail and you're trying to cover up a murder, but whatever, you don't like Turtleboy, so whatever, you're good with me. But yeah, the guilty people just show up in the comments now and they're just like, Karen Reed did it, and like, bro, we're way past that. We're not talking about that anymore. Like that's like, we already know she didn't do it. You lost, so go away. Loophole's firm was going to sue. Interesting. Because we got copyright strike for playing a Loophole lawyer video that was mocking them, that was talking about them. So we were using transformative whatever on transformative whatever, if that makes sense. Do you have fun in the snow yesterday? No. So, I shoveled. I went over there. You know what I shoveled out yesterday? The fucking trampoline. Anyone else have a trampoline in their yard? So I look, my ex-wife's like, can you do something about the trampoline? Because I shoveled the walkway and stuff. But then it's like, okay, the trampoline it looked like it was like 2.5 feet of snow on it. And then that's going to turn into ice and shit. It's going to get heavier. And can the trampoline even handle that? So I had to get on there and fucking shovel out the entire trampoline. So just to walk through it in the yard, to get through 2.5 feet of snow, right? Just to get to the trampoline, which is in the middle of the yard, shovel all that shit out. So I spent no, that wasn't fun at all. But whatever, it felt good to nevertheless get out there. It felt like the closest thing you get to exercise on a day like that, Okay. Yes, I did promise I'd be there when Monica was sentenced. How could I not be? I'm going to fast forward to the current comments. Should I watch Sean of the Gulf from yesterday? I assume he's the same Sean of the Gulf as always. I don't know. I have not heard anything about that. I just did announce I'm doing a show on Monica tonight. Yeah, we'll be covering that. Maybe some other stuff too. Yeah, so that's why I don't get either. Karen Reed was already acquitted. All that remains is the civil suits, and the actual unalivers are still on the loose. Exactly. Like, we want to help Karen with the civil suit. Of course, we're Team Karen Reed, always. But we also want to get the people that killed John O'Keefe, and we don't want Turtleboy to go to jail, do we? We don't like this is a really important fight legally. I'm not being sued. I'm being prosecuted by the government, and they want to put me in jail for exposing that these people covered up a murder. They want to put me in jail for that. That's a big fucking deal, you know? To use a leaf blower. No, I didn't. I don't think a leaf blower is going to cover this much snow. Did you watch the Nurse Kim show? I did. So like there was a misunderstanding with that. She had my back. I listened to her. First of all, that guy, what's his name? Pat Ford. I'd never seen him before. He just seems to be just like he likes just chaos. That's what I got from him watching him on there. I guess he's just joking around. I mean, I understand it's not a joking issue, jail and shit like that, but like, it's just silly. I mean, he's just kidding. And anyway, I don't know. So she got 100% on my back on there. So I think that was all misinformation. People suggested otherwise. Okay. Aiden, you want your interview? I'll see you Friday. Oh, nice. Awesome. I can't wait to meet you, Jay, bro. That's so cool. So cool. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Hope you get dressed up. No pajamas. That's the only thing I asked for. I don't think they were clowns. I mean, I just saw Montante's not a clown. They don't follow any of this shit. So this KMS world that they're trying to integrate with, they don't really follow the Karen Reed trial because Kirk Minahan didn't really follow it, you know? And so I think they're just kidding around. That's just being silly. That's my understanding of it. I don't know. But Kim defended the wall, you know? She talked about Karen's dildo. Get the fuck out of here. Did he really? That's fucking low if he did that. No way. All right. All right. Anybody else got anything before we get started? I'll get started with my day. Late start to the day today. All right, we're all caught up in those. All right. Anyway, I am going to go get started. But anyway, we'll see you guys all tonight for the live show, all right? And don't forget to brush your teeth. Peace to your bum crease. Outie.
Top down, riding down Main, it's a clear night, screens glowing blue, got the facts in my headlights, Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. Morrissey and Lally, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind. Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow. Every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtleboys riding in the reckoning gon' come. Lally in the back room, Morrissey on the phone. Trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend true. Got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame. This about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. Just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame.